You're stuck in the swinging of the pendulum and you cannot stay happy. If you don't know what I mean by the pendulum, then you're more than likely suffering from this cycle that I'm talking about. In this video, I'm going to explain what I mean by the pendulum, and then I'm going to give you a solution that I think really can free you from this cycle. And I think you can find that everlasting peace that you may be looking for. And so if you just give me, 5-10 minutes and really consider what I'm saying, I think you can find a lot of freedom from this video. Let me ask you, when was the last time that you felt neither good nor bad? Think about when someone asks you how your day was. A common thing is just to say, good. And sometimes you may even say, it was all right. But even that all right carries a negative connotation. What I'm pointing out is that with the human language, we only carry opposite polarities. So we say it's either good or bad. And if we just say, my day was okay, notice how negative a connotation that carries. When was the last time you genuinely felt neither good nor bad? Notice that the human tendency is once you're happy, sometime soon you'll be unhappy. Have you ever found a state where peak happiness has lasted? To the opposite, have you ever found or noticed a state where you've been unendingly unhappy? No. I'm starting to introduce the concept of the pendulum, but let me give you some examples. I think the perfect example is a relationship, a toxic relationship more specifically. But I think 99% of relationships are toxic, but not to the massive effect of the way in which we typically mean it. So let me explain. Relationships, notice that when you have an argument, you get heated, you're yelling, however bad it is. An argument sucks. Bad. We've built up this bad momentum. But everyone must be familiar with the feeling of once you've resolved an argument, it's almost like you've fallen in love with the person once again. There's so much pleasure after an argument. And we don't even understand that this process just happened. But notice the pendulum. This is called the secret law. As the pendulum goes left, it's building momentum to go right. So notice the lower the low, the higher the high. If an argument was so incredibly toxic, but you managed to overcome it, let's say she cheated on you, both parties involved are going to have undergone so much pain that the pleasure on the other side of that is so high. But this is the pendulum cycle I'm talking about. Let me give you another example. Think of a job promotion. People will suffer for years to get a job promotion. And so they have built up years and years of suffering to enjoy a month before they become accustomed to a new lifestyle. And sure, that month is peak, especially the moment when you receive your certificate. Here, you've been promoted. Wow. Imagine how powerful that moment is. Do you realize that you have just foregone 2 years of your life with suffering to achieve a moment of pleasure? Sure, it's a great moment. The lower the low, the higher the high. But do we really want to live in such a polarizing cycle? One more example before I move on. Food. Notice how the more hungry you are, the greater the food tastes once you eat. If you hadn't eaten for 2 days, more realistically, let's say you haven't eaten all day and dinner rolls around, and there is a beautiful pizza from Italy right in front of you. It's steaming. You can smell it. Brick oven. This thing's going to be good. That first bite, absolutely incredible. But let's say the opposite is true. Let's say you need to go to dinner. The same pizza's there. It's incredible. However, you ate 1 hour ago. It's not going to taste that good. The more hungry you are, the better it tastes. Now we forego and we are stuck in these never-ending pleasure-pain cycles. So let me repeat the secret law. As a pendulum goes left, it's only building momentum to go right. As you become sad, you're building momentum towards happiness. And as you become happy, you're building momentum towards sadness. So psychoanalysts will tell parents, if your baby's crying, let the baby cry, let the baby weep. And only then can the baby end up being happy. But the natural law of the human mind is that it operates in these polarities. And so what do we need to do? We need to understand how to stay in between. So I'm going to tell you how to do that. How do you stay in between these poles, this pendulum? You want to find that middle way. Let's point out what the typical human tendency is when we feel pain. Let's say we feel a headache. What do we try to do? We try to get rid of the headache. Seems perfectly plausible, right? But all we're doing is just trying to shift it to become happy. When we are completely sad, let's say we just got broken up with, what do we try to do? We try to look for something, even if it's a drug, to make us happy. But understand, we are just giving momentum to this pendulum, to the opposite effect. When we're happy, what do? We try to grab onto it. We try to cling. If we just went on a vacation, I wish this vacation never ended. We are feeding the cycle that way. And so, in a moment, good or bad, do not try to escape and do not try to cling. If you are sad, notice that sadness completely. If you have just been broken up with, don't try to escape the sadness. Just like the baby crying, don't tell the baby to stop crying, because then it can never become happy again. But when you become happy, don't try to cling to that happiness. And so the one technique I'm offering is to stop taking everything so seriously. You empower both happiness and sadness when you think that everything is life or death. And so the solution is think of your life like a series of music genres. As humans, we listen to a variety of music genres. We listen to sad music. We listen to hype rap music. We listen to rock music. We listen to country. All of these carry different emotions and different vibes. But notice that we enjoy all of them. If only we approached the ever-changing emotions of life in the same way. We just notice them as listening to a different genre of music. Because we enjoy a wide variety of genres. Especially if you're an eclectic music listener. You enjoy a wide variety of things. Why do we not enjoy and accept a wide variety of emotions? That's what I'm asking you to do. Pretend that you are dancing to a different melody. When you get sad, accept it. You're listening to sad music. Let it pass. Don't try to escape, because it will pass. When you are happy, don't try to cling. Don't try to listen to happy music forever. It gets boring. Enjoy everything and stop taking everything so serious. Hope this was helpful.